Former Navy C-2 pilot tells me the fact that 8 sailors were able to walk away from this crash is a miracle and speaks to the heroics of the pilots flying it, a skill not seen since Captain Sully Sullenberger landed his airliner in the Hudson River in 2009. Now, last night, the U.S. Navy called off the search for those 3 missing sailors following Wednesday's crash hundreds of miles at sea while flying from Japan to the USS Ronald Reagan. The Navy C-2 cargo plane is used to bring passengers and supplies to aircraft carriers at sea. It first entered service in the late 60s and is scheduled to be replaced in a few years. Right now, the investigation is focusing on the possibility of an extremely rare dual-engine failure. Fuels and oil sources are also being studied. Even before the crash Wednesday, the number of U.S. troops killed in non-combat crashes this year has skyrocketed by over 100% compared to this time last year, including the 17 sailors lost in 2 warship collisions in the Pacific this summer. Over the past 3 years, more than 4 times as many U.S. troops have been killed in training accidents than combat.
Perhaps the greatest harm to our national security and our military is self-inflicted. I repeat, self-inflicted. We are killing more of our own people in training than our enemies are in combat.
The Navy is expected to release the names of those 3 missing sailors late tonight. Arthel.
Lucas, meanwhile, what is the latest on the Argentina sub?
Well, Arthel, that submarine has been missing now for over a week, making it highly unlikely that those 44 sailors on board are still alive due to a lack of oxygen. Yesterday, a nuclear watchdog group in Vienna reported hearing an explosion the day the sub went missing. More troubling news for the families of the sailors on board and for the dozens of international crews in the air and at sea, including U.S. sub-hunting aircraft looking for the submarine. Now, the search area covers an area the size of California, a huge area to find a 215-foot submarine. And Arthel, what's also challenging is the depth of the water, which stretches from a half mile to 3 miles deep.